Hi, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are doing well. In today's video, my husband and I will be creating a themed makeover of my home gym. If you'd like some inspiration for a full home gym or even a small workout space in your home, sit back, get comfy, and watch the process and result. Having said that, let's get this done. The first order of business is to assemble my new treadmill. It will be replacing one that I've had for almost 20 years. So let's go ahead and get this unboxed. I want to take this moment to acknowledge the Amazon delivery workers who brought the treadmill into my house. This is a 260 plus pound piece of equipment that they had to carry up to the second floor of my house because that's where my gym is. The weight of the treadmill and the various turns that they had to make getting it into the gym was it called for a valiant effort. So not only did I thank them profusely when they were still here and I offered refreshments, which they declined, I also left them a glowing review in the survey that Amazon sent me shortly after, asking how the quality of the delivery was. I also noted how courteous the workers were. So again, I just want to acknowledge the two professional Amazon delivery specialists who brought this treadmill into my home. Okay, so this right here is the cutest. My husband told me after we were done working on the treadmill assembly together, he said, I left you an Easter egg in the video. You'll find it when you're editing. So that was it right there. He made sure that he got a close-up of the control panel for you to take a look at. Thank you, husband. If you haven't seen one of my room makeover or DIY home improvement videos before, you may not know that my husband plays a big role in these projects. He pretty much assembles the treadmill here. He assembled it single-handedly while I lay on the floor and took a few breaks. But don't worry, because I did kick it into high gear after we were done with the treadmill assembly. If you are enjoying this video, please consider giving it a big thumbs up. Let me take this moment to make a proper introduction. Hi, I'm T, a married mom of 5. 4 are young adults who are not in the home anymore, and we're still raising our 10-year-old. We are also first-time grandparents to a 2-month-old granddaughter. On this channel, you will see cleaning motivation, DIY home improvement, and room makeovers. If this is something that interests you, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you, thank you, thank you. Your continuing support means more than you'll ever know. Here you see my husband and our 25-year-old son taking the treadmill outside for trash pickup. After our youngest daughter moved out 2 years ago, I never did patch the holes where her TV mount was, so I'm going to take care of that today. I'm also going to take care of these holes over here next to where the old treadmill is, and the new one's going to go. So I'm just going to sand those holes, use some joint compound that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and also use a little, I think it's called a paint scrape or something, whatever thingy. I am using that to put the joint compound into the holes. Right here is the sanding block that I'm going to use. It is 320 grit. I do think it was too fine, so I later on went downstairs and grabbed some 80 grit sandpaper, and that worked out quite well. Normally I use Dridex heavyweight spackling, the stuff that goes on pink and it dries when it's white so that I can see when it's time to sand the joint compound, but my container that wasn't closed all the way, so it got hard because it was exposed to the air. But I decided to give this Dollar Tree stuff a try. It worked pretty well. I don't know if it's something that a professional would choose, but I'm not a professional and I don't play one on YouTube. So it did the job. It did what I wanted it to do, so I'm happy with it. This hole over here that I patched 2 years ago, yes, 2 years ago I patched this. I did use the Dridex heavyweight spackling for that, so I'm finally getting around to sanding it. I'm going to use this 80 grit sandpaper here, and it does the job. As you can see, the thumbs up that I just gave there. Next, I'm going to use these Clorox wipes to clean any dust that was left behind by the vacuum, any dust that's on the baseboards. But I'm also going to give the door a good wipe down before I apply a coat of paint. I'm feeling way too low to start this night, but I wanna get to your bash. Last night you tried to make me angry, yeah, but this time I get you. For a few weeks now, I have set aside part of my video time to talk about good news, not so good news, and to encourage praises and prayer requests. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into my good news for this week. I had my first workout with my new granddaughter. While I was on the treadmill a few days ago, she was lying on the yoga mat, which was allowing her, because she was kicking, that allowed her to work on both her core and her lower body, as my 10-year-old watched her with the keen eye of the uncle that he is, and it was just the absolute cutest thing. If you have some good news that you would like to share below, please do so. Here I'm using the sanding block to sand out the holes where the joint compound is. Then I'm going to go over each little patched area with some paint. The smaller holes get, I think, 2 coats of paint. Yeah, I did 2 coats of paint for the smaller ones. But for the big patch, I did use 3 just because there was so much more. It was a bigger area to cover. This paint that I'm using is what we have in the rest of our house. It is flannel gray. It is a Bare Premium Plus in the color flannel gray. I believe the finish is satin. Now that the walls have been finished, it is time to start decorating.
You shine brighter, brighter than a diamond.
As you've probably guessed from all the picture frames that I brought out, the pictures play a large role in this room makeover. The first one that I showed you, I had printed out about 6 months ago, and these next 2 were just printed recently. The printer was not able to cut these 2. Apparently something was wrong with their cutter that day, so they were like, well, we can use some scissors to cut, but just so you'll know, my hand is kind of shaky, or you can take them home and cut it yourself. So I said, I'll just take them home and cut them myself. So that's what you see me doing here.
I might go too fast. I don't care about those limits, 'cause I want this to.
So let's talk about the not so good news for this week and prayer requests. Just know that if you have submitted a prayer request in the past, it is still on my list. It is still something that I pray about all the time. If you have not submitted a prayer request but you would like to, please feel free to leave one in the comment section below. You can be as open as you need to be, but just remember that you don't have to be, because God knows what you need. I can just pray on your behalf. If you have a praise, as I mentioned earlier in the video, please feel free to leave that as well. Now to me, I do have a prayer request that I am presenting to you, and I'm just simply, and this is my not so good news for this week, I'm just simply going to ask that if you are the praying kind, especially if you like to pray for other people, I have an unspoken prayer request. So if you feel moved to pray on my behalf, please leave a comment below. I would certainly appreciate all the prayers that I can get.
'Cause I know that people get scared sometimes. Hope it's not this time, 'cause I might go too fast. Suddenly I feel so rich, no, I don't.
So now it is time for a cute story. As you can see, there are a lot of picture frames that I'm putting pictures into. When my 10-year-old saw the completed gym, he said, "This does not look like a gym, it looks like an art gallery." And I think he was right.
Thinking about me. I'm having a hard time not doing anything other than thinking about you. So thinking about me, 'cause I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking already feels like I know you. We love the same things. You want a house in Malibu. Are you feeling the same way I do? Are you feeling the same way I do? I'm thinking about me.
Now it's time to start hanging the pictures on the walls. I did sketch out what I wanted each wall to look like. This one here goes off without a hitch, but as you'll see later in the video, my husband and I had to make a few adjustments to what I had sketched out for the wall next to the treadmill, because I did not take into account that the new treadmill has a profile that's higher than the old treadmill. So you'll see later on what I'm talking about, and it'll make more sense then. So here is where we had to make some adjustments to my original plan, which called for 3 rows of 2 of the smaller pictures. That did not quite work out because one of the pictures was going to be partially hidden by the treadmill console. Again, this one is a much higher profile than the last one. So what we ended up doing was, placing 4 of the smaller pictures in a cluster together. And then we placed one of the other smaller ones between that cluster of 4 and this picture here, the larger poster. And because I had 6 of the other pictures that were going to go on this wall, we put so the 5 to the right of the poster sized one, and then we added one to the left. I didn't have any plans to put something to the left because I thought I could leave that space open for some decor later, but it made perfect sense the way that we ended up placing everything, and I really like how it turned out.
You don't care what other people think of you or say, but you're so cool. You just spoiled with your love, got no doubt, 'cause you are lovely. Oh, you're so lovely. Lighting up my space, you do, like a candle in the dark. Ooh. Getting warmer every time I'm with you. Whoa. Lighting up my space, you do, like a candle in the dark. Ooh. Getting warmer every time I'm with you. Think I'd try this a new way. I'm gonna show you the tricks that I know. I'm getting tired of talking, and I need more of a show right now. It's time that you made your mind up, 'cause lately all it ever does is change. Feels like we're only talking, going round and around, back around. I will fight like no other every day. I won't stop like the others. I will stay, 'cause now is the right time, and I'm feeling alright.
So here we are outside of my home gym. Before we go in, I just wanted to let you know that some of the things that you saw in the preview or in the video, I did change, but it still essentially looks pretty similar, but there are a few surprises at the end, so here we go. So this is my National Parks themed gym. When we moved the gym up from the basement 2 years ago, my husband said, hey, why don't you get some of the pictures printed from our hikes and use those as decor. And that was something I was planning on doing, but it took me 2 years to actually finally decide what I was going to put on the walls. It was so bad that he said this in 2022. So I was able to add a lot of, we had a lot more hikes that we took after we moved the gym up in 2022. So for the later part of that year. But we also took some pretty epic hikes in 2023. So I'm just going to go around the room and tell you a little bit about what I've done in this space. But first, Costco sells Kleenex tissues, and right now, the 10 packs of tissues have, I think, 6 or 7 national parks themed boxes. So this Yellowstone one is the one that is in here right now. As we go look at the pictures, this one here was taken in Yosemite National Park in June of 2023. This picture here is of Niagara Falls on the Canadian side. This was taken in June of 2022. Here is a picture. There's a glare here. Let me see if I might have to close the blinds, but this was taken, hold on one second. Okay, so I closed the blinds. This is not the best, but it's still better than it was before. This was taken at Death Valley National Park in May, and we were there late May into early June, but of 2023. This picture here at the top is of the Bow River. To the left of the picture, so it's not in this particular picture, but to the left of this scene is Bow River Falls. This was taken in Banff, Alberta, Canada in August of 2022. This picture here is of one of the mini trolls that we hiked to see. I will try to leave a link in the description box about these trolls. So an artist travels around the world and builds these unique trolls in different places. And this particular picture was taken from our troll find in Dayton, Ohio. And that was, I believe, in June or July of 2022. This picture up here is of the 3 gossips at Arches National Park. We took this in July of 2021. Let's see, I closed the second set of blinds, but let's see if we can get a really good view of this one. But this here is Old Faithful in Yellowstone National Park. This was taken in July of 2022. Right next to it is a picture of, let me see if I can get this one without the glare too. This was taken as we were canoeing on Moraine Lake, which is in Banff National Park in Alberta, Canada. This is from August 2022. Right here, this is a giant sequoia. This picture was taken at Sequoia National Park. It might have been Kings Canyon too, because they have the same trees, and we did both parks on that trip. But I want to say this one was taken in Sequoia National Park, and we were there in June of 2023. Up here is another picture of Yellowstone. This is Grand Prismatic. This was taken in July of 2022. Down here we have a picture of Maroon Bells in Aspen, Colorado. This was taken in July 2023. Right here is a picture of us canoeing on Lake Louise in Banff National Park in Alberta, Canada. This was taken in August of 2022. And those are my feet there. Here I have just a National Parks screensaver. This is my roller. I've had this for a couple of years. My massage therapy table is over here in the corner. I see a chiropractor on a regular basis, and I was using this table for certain exercises that I had to do, but I have not had to use the table as much as I had in the past, so I decided to just collapse it. So it's over here in the corner, not taking up too much space, but all of the things that go along with this are behind it, tucked in, nice and neat. Can't remember, did I do this picture? This is Yosemite, this is Upper Falls at Yosemite National Park. This was taken in June of 2023. Over here is a picture of Mount Rainier. We were there in, let's see, July of 2022. And some other changes that were made in this room were I wanted to paint the closet doors, but quite honestly, I was not in the mood to do that. So that'll come another day, but I did change out the hardware. So that's what you see on the door. They all match now. They were not matching before, but now they all match. These 90-inch doors are what they were putting on homes back when this one was built in the 70s. And yeah, that's a whole other thing. Up here is a scratch off of the national parks in the US. So I did scratch off the ones that we have visited. Let's see if that's a better view, maybe a little bit better. There are currently 63 national parks. There are 420 something national park sites, but there are 63 designated national parks. We love our parks in the US. We love our parks pretty much anywhere. But this is where we've been so far. There are still, we're going to hit up some more parks this summer, actually in Canada as well. Not sure how many US parks we'll even get in this year. But when we're there, our 10-year-old works on the Junior Ranger badges, and he has earned a badge from almost every park that we've been to. And I think the count right now is 25 for parks that we've been to. And he's earned a badge at almost every one of them. There were 2 parks we didn't have enough time to get through, so he didn't finish those, but we'll get there. What else is different in the gym? Oh, over here. So I did move the table. The small table that was under the TV is now over by the closet doors. I got this lamp here when I was on Amazon looking for a lamp for this room. It had to be small in scale. That's what I wanted. But when I found this one right here, I was like, if this does not fit in with the national park theme, I don't know what does. So I found this one and I got it. And I really wanted this lamp because there are times when I'm in the gym in the evening and I don't want the brightness of all the lights on the ceiling fan fixture. I just need, a small amount of light. So like when I'm doing a workout that involves stretching or meditation and I'm not doing much else, I wanted a lower level of light in this room. So that's what I'm getting with this lamp. Again, I moved over the things that were on the table, including this Awisa device. That's what I'm going to call it, so I don't set off yours if you do have one that's not muted. I also found this little thing here at Amazon, and Into the Woods I go to lose my mind and find my soul. That is 100% me. If I don't go hiking after a while, I really do lose the good part of my mind, and I'm craving hiking. Down here, I just have my Wuzu fan, which I use in here when I'm doing certain workouts because I really don't like being super hot when I work out. I have some Clorox wipes because what's a gym without being able to wipe down your equipment? And I have a bucket list map over here. I haven't put it up on the wall yet. I'm not even sure where it would go without making the room look unbalanced, but that's there just in case I want to use that in this room. And so here's what the gallery wall looks like. At the moment, I did have to reconfigure what I was planning on doing on this wall, mainly because when I drew out the plans and decided what pictures were going to go here and what the sizes were going to be, I did not take into consideration the treadmill was going to be in the way. So I really only have one picture here where I intended to have 2. So we just decided to go ahead and center that picture between the big picture and the smaller ones. By the way, I ordered, for one, I should have said this much earlier on, every single one of these pictures, if you didn't get that before, we took ourselves, my husband and I took all of these pictures. But I did send them to Walgreens to get them printed. And so this large size here, which we have 3 of them in this room, those are 20 by 30 prints, and they are in some frames that I purchased from IKEA. All of these frames are from IKEA. The smaller pictures in this room are size 16 by 20. These were also printed at Walgreens, and the frames were from IKEA, as I mentioned. And let's see, even this frame up here, I purchased at IKEA. This is a 12 by 16 to fit that poster. And then let's see, so in here, this is my treadmill. My last treadmill was starting to not act right, so, excuse me, so we purchased a new one, and that's what you saw us assemble earlier in the video, or mostly my husband assembled because I didn't do a whole heck of a lot of anything. So he took care of that, but this is what was absolutely necessary because my last treadmill, it stopped. It was giving out. I could tell, and I dealt with that for about a month before I said, I need to get a treadmill that's going to be reliable every single day. So here we are with this. And I'm just going to go ahead and navigate to it. It has iFit, which my rower does have also. My bike has iFit, but I'll just show you this really quickly. This bike is, goodness, going on 20 years old. And iFit, there was no web capability to it, so I'll just let you see the screen here. This is what I have. This is the extent of iFit on this piece of equipment. You can even see right there, it says iFit, but this is not today's iFit. Over here is what the screen looks like on the bike. So I'm in the middle, or I started this series, I think, this morning. This is a new series for me. Let me pan out a little bit here. But this is what I've been working on. I love this. It's got all of these really cool features, in iFit, obviously, which is built into this screen here. It has one-touch grade changes, so I can incline. It also has one-touch speed controls. There is a built-in fan here. Also, if I want to incline or increase or decrease the speed, that is not a whole number, I would use these up and down buttons, up and down here, and the minus and plus signs over here. Go back to this. And then let's see. Here I just store my tablet. I don't really use the tablet in the gym, but I will be using it in just a moment. I keep it in here because this is where I use this device to sync my 10-year-old's Fitbit. So one thing that I forgot to mention is that when I'm following a program, the speed and the incline automatically change based on whatever program I'm following. At this moment, I'm not going to click on a program, but I will demonstrate how the treadmill does that, at least for the grade. So over here, I'm going to choose, let's see, some of the workouts have been at 12. So I'm going to choose 12 here. Then I'm going to hop off the treadmill and let it do its thing. So as you can see, the grade is increasing. It's going to get all the way up to 12, like I said. I will stop it when it gets there, and then I'll go back down to 0. But as I mentioned before, when I'm doing a guided program, this happens automatically. Take a step back so you can see just how high up that is. It's pretty high. So then I'm going to get up here and decrease this back to 0. So now it's going down again. It sounds loud because the treadmill itself, the belt is not moving, but while I'm working out, I don't really hear it that much because I don't hear the incline and decline that much because the belt is moving, and I think that's a little bit louder than this, but I'm also usually listening to whatever the trainer is having to say, and I usually have my TV on as well because I'll be watching a TV show just because that makes the treadmill work go a little bit faster, because I do, in my gym, I do 1 hour, at least 1 hour of workouts every morning. Sometimes it's all treadmill, sometimes it's a combination of treadmill and some other equipment in here or some activity on the mirror. But I will give you a peek into, I changed my mind, I'll give you a peek into what a class might look like. So I'm going to exit this. It's going. Okay, so here's the series that I just completed. I believe yesterday was the when I finished that one. So Let's see, this Yucatan walking series I started earlier today, but I just want to give you a look at what it looks like on the screen when you get started. So here's the information that the information that I actually want to look at every time I'm going to start a workout, just to make sure I feel like doing that particular workout. So I'm going to click on Continue Series. This is the one that I'll be doing tomorrow, but I'll just show you right now today what it looks like. So here's an overview of what this particular workout is. And if I want to see the maximum speed, it tells me right here. So the maximum speed for this workout is 3.4 miles per hour. I'm not sure if that's clear enough. I don't think it is. And the average is 2.9 miles per hour. And then if I want to see what the incline is, so it ranges between, well, it goes up to 4. So obviously 0 is the bottom of that, but in this particular workout, it won't go any higher than 4 degrees incline. And so I'm going to start the workout just so that you can see, I wonder if that's a copyright violation, I'm not sure. Maybe I won't do that. Instead, I think what I'll do is I will insert a link so that you can take a look at what it looks like either on Nordic Track or iFit's webpage or website, or maybe you can even see, maybe there'll be a YouTube video, like an official YouTube video, because I don't want this video to be copyrighted just because I'm showing information that maybe shouldn't be shown. But anyway, so this is what it looks like when I'm on this treadmill. What I really like about it is that I can hike and walk, and there's so many other activities to choose, but the hiking and walking are the ones that I've done since I've had this one. But I can do that from the comfort of my home gym. I can be in Mexico. I can be in Hawaii. I can be in, let's see, what other ones have I did? Oh, I've been in Australia. I did a whole series on that. So I can be in a lot of different places from the comfort of my home, although it is so much more rewarding when you're in those places. But that's why I love this treadmill. You can get this without the attached screen, but I wanted the screen because I wanted to be able to experience in some way what it felt like to either revisit some places where I have hiked or to visit some places for the first time through this machine. Hey, so next I'm going to walk you through my mirror. This device, it's an exercise device. There are lots of workouts built in here. I've had this since we moved the gym upstairs in the summer of 2022. And it's called the Mirror, and the company that created these was the Mirror, but then Lululemon purchased them. They bought the company. So this is a Lululemon device now. However, in the past few months, Lululemon they entered into a partnership with Peloton. So there are some Peloton workouts on here. I have not tried them. I don't really plan on trying them because if I wanted a Peloton, I would have done that. I would have bought that, but they're on here. So if you do have a mirror device and you didn't know about the Peloton partnership, now you know. I will show you some of what the workout looks like in just a moment, but I forgot one other thing over here. So this is my step for my step aerobics. I love step aerobic workouts. I've been doing them forever, but Lululemon added some workouts to their course offering, so that I had to purchase another step because I got rid of my old one like 2 years ago, and then I needed another one, so there's that. My sneakers, which never leave this gym. If I ever wear shoes, my gym shoes outside of my home gym, so like if I wear them at a hotel gym or I wear them at home for a 5K or anything like that, they never enter my gym again because there are no shoes in this room and certainly no outside shoes in this room. This little bin here is just, there are a lot of resistance bands here. There's a couple of different ankle and wrist weights. So there's that set, and then there's this set right here. This is my camera bag. And over here's a little bin that I use for keeping my workout socks because when I wash them and clean them, I need them to be in the gym because that's where I work out. So this is where I put my clean workout socks, but I also have some extra trash bags over here for this little wastebasket. So I'm using my tablet to control the the Lululemon Studio mirror. I'm in the app right now. I'm just going to pick a class using my tablet here. I've taken a few of these classes right here already. So let's see, I'm going to go to, and there are filters right here. So some of my favorite Lululemon coaches are Deja and Lonnie, but Julie and Christina are also great. So let's see, I'm going to, well, the filters are already applied. So let me go back a little bit. Let's see if I clear the filters. Actually, I should have started here on the home screen. So the courses are separated into categories already. So I clicked on step, and then I can go here and filter if I want to filter by whether it's a step cardio or step and strength class, or if I'm not even sure if you can see this, if I want to do, or what the level of difficulty is that I want to do, how long I want the class to be, the trainer here, and then whether or not I want to use equipment for the workout, whether it's no jumping or standing only impact level. And then here's my history. I can filter that way as well. And then I can hide explicit language on the music if I'd like to do that. So I'm just going to go with the filters that are already here. And let's see, I'm going to click on this class, and in the background you'll see the mirror device do something. So now the device is on. And let's say I'm going to take this class. So I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to, I move the camera a little bit closer. So if I want to start the class, I'm just going to tell the app to start the class, and I can start it either on my device or on my phone.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Lululemon Studio. I'm Lonnie.
I can do this from my device, and I can even do it.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Lululemon Studio.
From my
15-minute step cardio class.
Cell phone or tablet, so one of my wireless devices, and I can work out, not in my gym. I can work out in hotel rooms, which I have done. I can also make the class play on the devices, which is what you see here. One of the things I love so much about this device, I'm going to stop this so that I don't get negative credit or something for not finishing the class. But one of the things that I really like about it is that I can see my form as I'm working out. If I need to make corrections, I can do that because I'm looking right into the mirror to make those corrections. I also love that I can pull up these classes on demand. After the whole Peloton and Lululemon thing went down, live classes ceased to exist a few weeks later. So now there are only on-demand classes, but that's fine with me because I mostly took on-demand classes anyway. I took very few live classes, but I can just pull up whatever I want to do whenever I want to do that and get my body right. So that is the gist of this piece of equipment here. If I remember, I will come back into this room tonight so that you can see what it looks being illuminated by this tiny little lamp over here. But here is one more look at my newly made over home gym. Well, we got it done. Thank you for following along as I made over my home gym. If you enjoyed this content, please give it a big thumbs up. If you would like to see videos like this in the future, please click the subscribe button, and when you do, don't forget to click the notification bell so that you won't miss out on future uploads. Until the next time, stay blessed.
Not much, so now I'm gonna make a fuss. Do you see me now? Oh, do you see me now? Do you see me now? Oh, do you see me now? Let me explain. I'm done with this, you will always be the same. Your apologize came a little too late. I'm leaving this behind cause I wanna stay the same. After all that we've been through, I always knew I'd be the one to care a little bit way too much. So now I'm gonna make a fuss. It has always been about you, never been a table set for